Insecure. Alright, let's talk about how women will shame you into trying to get compliance from you. Okay? First, it wants you to subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you don't know it, I'm Paul, by the way, from Apex Mindset. Get into my email list. There's no spam or ads, and we can talk about some of these topics with different mediums I'm going to have for you for free. Okay, a lot of them. Some free content and stuff. But the censors won't let me talk about everything in the way that I want to talk about it. So I think that's important that you guys get on that list. So let's talk about shaming, all right? But not just shaming in general, but more specifically how women like to accuse men of being insecure, or like to present a man as if he is an insecure person. Okay, that is what when they're not getting their way. And this is how it usually happens. It happens when you are trying to set a standard. Now, it's a way to emasculate you to get compliance out of you. And then, of course, when they do that, if you fall for that, then you're demonstrating that you're the weak-ass male to begin with. So this usually happens when you set a standard. Okay? So when you have a standard of behavior and she violates that, and you let her know, hey, I'm not really okay with that. That's not what we're going to do here. Or whatever. She might fire back because she wants to test your frame and she wants to get compliance from you. Fire back that, well, you're just insecure. Or, you just have an issue with that because you have insecurities. And so a lot of guys what they'll do is they'll backpedal and they will, no, I'm not insecure. And they'll try to fight against that accusation. And they will try to avoid that accusation by not setting standards in the future. So you see what happened there is that she just gained compliance from you by attacking your manhood. Women love doing this. This is like one of their favorite things to do, to gain dominance over you in a relationship or dating scenario. Okay? But you're not going to let that happen. You're going to recognize it for what it is and you're going to handle it. But you need to be aware of that. So, like, for example, let's say you're in a relationship and you're not comfortable with your chick going on lunches with Kevin from sales, and Kevin from sales, for a fact, wants to bang her. Okay, so let's just say that that's what the scenario is, and you want to set the standard. You're going to tell her, listen, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'm not really cool with somebody I'm seeing going on lunch dates with a guy that wants to bang her. I'm just saying, I don't care. You do what you want, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody who's doing that. So let's say you say that, you set your standard. And she fires back with, well, you're just insecure, or she may not say the word insecure, but she'll act like you're the one who's being insecure because she would never have sex with Kevin from sales. Or so she says, right? And so, first of all, whenever you approach a topic like that, make sure you're setting a standard and that you're not actually being insecure. All right, so we'll get that out of the way. But it's not, if you've given away your commitment, and let's say it's monogamous or semi-monogamous, it's not unreasonable to not want her to go on one-on-one dates with a person who wants to bang her. And assuming there's no, business, work-related reason where that has to happen, you know what I mean? We're not talking about a meeting with her boss, and her boss wants to bang her, and she keeps the boss at bay, and you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about something like that, but where she is voluntarily going to hang out with somebody, let's say in this scenario, okay? So that would be a breach in your standards. Well, in order to try to control you and make it so you have no standards, and that they can do whatever they want whenever they want, they will then try to accuse you of being insecure. All you do in handling that is just call out the elephant in the room. Say, look, it's not insecure to have a standard. All right, I told you what I'm not comfortable with. You do what you're going to do. I'll act accordingly. And that's it. So this is you not controlling her behavior, because see, insecure would be then to control her behavior. You're not going out with, you're not having lunch with Kevin and Sales. If you do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that is now mate protecting. You see, and that is an insecurity, right? So if you treat it in a manner where you're not mate protecting, and you simply just say, look, I'm telling you what I don't want. Okay, and I'm telling you what my standard is and what I'm comfortable with. If you don't want to respect that, that's on you. And you leave it. And then you just sit back and see what she does. Now, she continues to hang out with Kevin and Sales. She's choosing Kevin and Sales over your little relationship there, and maybe then there needs to not be a relationship. Maybe you do a no contact and soft necks for a little while and give her a chance to reevaluate her behavior. Because she could be going out with Kevin and Sales just to piss you off and get a reaction. Just to show you that you can't tell her what to do. Alright? Women love that crap. They're like children. And so yeah, you set a standard, she blames you for being insecure, and then she does more of the thing, then you stop giving her your attention and time to her. Alright? Now if she starts chasing you and wanting that attention and time back, cool, and you can say to her, listen, I already told you what I'm comfortable with, and you don't respect that, so there really isn't any further we're going to go unless you're willing to kind of understand and respect where I'm coming from and talk about it. But you haven't been an adult about this, and you've been disrespectful to me, and I'm just not going to have that. And that's why I haven't returned your text in the last 3 days. You need to think about what you want, because if it's me, then this isn't the way it's going to go. And you see, you set your standard. And what you're saying is, I'm not going to control your behavior, but if you want my commitment, my time, and my energy, then you have to treat me within the standards that I find appropriate. That's the message you're sending. Women will try to make you think and mind flip you, okay? Mind screw with you and try to make you think that by setting a standard, you're being insecure. And that's not true, all right? Don't let them frame the conversation that way. If they do, just kind of laugh it off and roll your eyes, just look at them, just be like, no, you think what you want to think. I'm just telling you what my standards are. I'm just telling you I think that's disrespectful. I don't like it. If you don't want to listen to me, well, that's going to be on you. You see, that's how you present it. So in other words, you do what you want. I'm not trying to control you because I'm not an insecure person. All right? I have the confidence that the right person is going to behave within my standards, and if that's not you, then I'll find someone else. That's the message you sent. You let her behave how she's going to behave, but you can set a standard. And you need to set a standard. And if she violates that standard or those boundaries, you need to be able to let her know. Okay? Not have an argument about it. Don't get into a red-pilled explanation in detail of why this and why that and why you feel that way. Don't dump your feelings all over her. These things are not things that men do. These are not alpha things. You simply state what your standard is, and you state, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. That's not okay. That's not behavior that I'm willing to accept. And her choices are, she can accept what you're saying, handle it in an adult manner, and correct the behavior, okay? Or she can resist what you're saying and not behave within your standards. Sometimes they'll say you're just being insecure and they'll give you a bunch of crap, but then they won't continue to do the thing. So she does lunch with Kevin and Sales or whatever. You tell her you're not cool with that. She gives you the insecure talk. You say, hey, I'm just telling you what my standard is. I'm just telling you what my boundaries are, and you're either going to respect those or you're not. And then that's going to be on you, whichever one. And if she gives you drama and problems, soft necks. Hey, listen, you're acting like a child, and I'm not going to have this conversation with you. We can have an adult conversation when you're ready. Done. Now, some guys would say, don't say she's acting like a child. I don't care. I actually don't care. And you shouldn't care either. All right? So if she's acting a certain way, who cares? All right? And so you're not name calling or whatever, but you're just calling out the behavior, and that's it. I mean, you don't talk to her until she's ready to talk like an adult, or until she's ready just to accept the standard. But what might happen is, so let's say that happens, you don't talk for a few days, soft necks, you've given her enough time to chill, you guys go to hang out, there's not much discussion about it, she's like, it's fine, whatever, I get it, and then that's it, right? Or nothing's really said about it, everything's fine, she gravitates towards you, everything's going well, and she doesn't go hang out with Kevin and Sales anymore. And she's letting you know that she set those boundaries, and so on and so forth. Well, now she's in your frame, she's following your standard, and that's fine. You don't need to get logical explanations and agreements and apologies from a woman. You just need to get compliance, okay? Compliance in terms of abiding by the standards and boundaries that you set. Because if she doesn't respect your standards and boundaries, then she doesn't respect you. And if you don't command that respect, then she'll never love you. She'll never gravitate towards you. She'll never have those emotions. She'll never see you as her sexual best. And it just won't be a functional or good relationship. She'll run you through the ringer. Okay? And it'll be a relationship, that's where she's not that aroused and attracted to you because you don't set frame. All right? So that's the thing. Women will do this. They do it all the time. You see it over and over and over again, where a guy goes to set a boundary, he sets a standard, and the girl says, oh, you're being insecure. And I'm not talking about something where the guy is legitimately being insecure, because that does happen, and I'm always having to coach a lot of you guys on not being insecure, so that happens a lot. But we're talking about reasonable boundaries and reasonable standards, and she then wants to fire back with, no, I should be able to have one-on-one dates with people that want to bang me all the time and no problem. And in fact, if I want to go to his house later, I'm just going to go do that. And you know what I mean? If that's the thing, right? Or I should be able to go flirt with other dudes. Crazy stuff. I should be able to have, threesomes with 2 dudes from my work. You know what I mean? And if you don't agree with that, then you're insecure. What do you mean I can't just, hang out and get with all your friends? You know what I mean? You must be insecure. And so,
you doing okay?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
It's so cool back here.
It is cool back here. But anyways, that's the video. That's the comment. Comment, like. You all right? Did you hurt yourself? You hurt yourself.
I almost did, but I did not.
All right. Well, I got this one I need to attend to here. So, but yeah, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. But now you know what to do. Set your standards, set your boundaries. Do not allow somebody to bully you or frame you into thinking that it's insecure to do so, because it absolutely isn't. Okay? So maintain your alpha frame. Thanks for tuning in.